Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. If you guys would all just take a minute, I'm going to clear the air in our heart spaces at this time. Woo! How is everybody doing today? This is my July full moon reading in Capricorn, which will be on July 10th. This is going to bring a wave of changes in or around our domestic lives, our heritage, from our ancestors, our past, and even our home lives. This will help us, excuse me, this will help us to understand the legacies that we build, as well as how we build from the tradition and from the past. This moon will trine with Mars, which will be in our romantic relationships and other relationships like business friends. And it's going to bring some sort of like attraction energy. Uranus will aid us to make positive changes for the long term, okay? And Pluto will help us to transform our lives through a sense of rebirth, to exert more power and vision on the world around us. Saturn and Neptune will force us to blend reality with a sense of imagination and for us to dream bigger. All this will require us to pivot at some point regarding our long-term goals. So our long-term goals will be changing. As our society starts changing, we, as the profound ones in our lives, will manifest and find that luck is going to bless us only if you are open to receive it. It won't come in a fancy package, and it's not going to come in the package that you hoped for. Of course it's not. That's how the universe works. Surprise! But expect sudden endings, and remember changes to your plans, because there's going to be a lot of changes, especially in your long-term goals and probably in your home, okay? And definitely your career. This will be a time to pivot or change directions. This is going to be a big timeline shift or jump for many of us, which is crazy because I feel like every so many weeks there's another timeline shift, and here I'm at one point and I'm going in the opposite direction. So it's almost like, come on, universe, make up your mind, but this is how it works, right? Anyways, good luck with this full moon energy, and I'm going to do each individual sign by their elements. So the first element that is up, it's Aries. So fire signs. Aries. Let's give the Aries a gong. Aries, your hard work is going to pay off around this full moon. You're going to see major movement around your career, and your career is going to change. So expect a new job offer and or public recognition. If not, you may realize that it's time to re-strategize your professional plans. So there will be changes in your career path, okay? Aries, what do we need to know for this full moon? What does Aries need to know for this full moon? First card out, you're moving in the right direction. Balance is also going to be coming in, but you are going to be moving. Also watch for communication during this time. Try to balance yourself and not be in your feelings. The games have stopped. There's something you're not seeing. You got the 8 of Sticks in reverse, but you do have the Chariot, so you are moving, but you're kind of holding yourself back. Are you in your emotions? Be careful of that. You're not happy. You're not focused in on your happiness. But the moment that you end something, because you got the Death card, so you're either going to go through a spiritual awakening during this full moon, but whatever it is that you were working on, you're going to be stopped dead in your tracks because something is not making you happy and something has to end, okay? And it's going to be the best for everybody that's involved in your life, but you do have a sudden death to the situation. And when this ending comes, it's like a blessing in disguise, okay? It might be sad at first, but I feel like you're gonna be, it's like the universe knows, let's say you're not happy, but the universe is gonna stop and then make you change so that you can focus on what makes you happy. So I do feel like you're ending a cycle. There's like a death to a situation. I feel like it's over. I feel like it could be, I think a lot of it is karmic, and past life. But also, I'm having a hard time speaking, so somebody might not want you to say something. So I rebuke and cancel in the mighty name of Jesus. But once this ending occurs, you're going to be able to start your healing process. Pay attention to your health at this time. I feel like for a minute there, maybe you were focused on what you lost and not appreciating what you already have. But this ending or completion that comes in is going to move you into better and brighter days, okay? But you're not going to be fearing anything. You're not going to be fearful. This is going to be a change of perspective and a change in your finances. And you're not going to be scared at all. You owe, well, let me say this. You have an air sign around you, and she has been truthful and honest this whole time. And there's something that you're not seeing about it. But there was an injustice done. You're not listening to your higher self. This person has been truthful and honest this whole time. And now that the games have stopped, there's going to be an ending to the cycle. But you are going to owe money to this person because this person is being honest. You did cause an injustice to this person. There is an imbalance, and the universe is going to... This has caused an imbalance into your life as well as this air sign that you've been dealing with. This air sign does want to cut ties. And because of this imbalance that has been brought, maybe you tried to do something, or I don't know, maybe you were in a conflict or an argument, but there's been an imbalance, and that's why you don't want to, it's like you're not, either you caused this imbalance to her because you didn't want her to start a new beginning, or you did not want to start a new beginning because you're having a hard time letting go of the past. Third-party situations are over. You're also not allowing this person to move on to create something that is going to be destined for this person. But you will be letting go. I do feel like you made fun of this person and you are going to have some regrets. But you do need to heal the situation. The situation will be healed. The person that I think what has been going on is that you felt like you were betrayed by this person, but this person never betrayed you. And once this ending occurs, you're going to be able to heal from a major betrayal, but this betrayal never came from this air sign. It came from someone else closer to you. At the bottom of the deck, you don't want to give something up, and you don't want to, like, I don't know, I feel like this has a lot to do, it's karmic, of course, but it has a lot to do with money. And it's like you don't want to give something that this person actually deserves to have. So you're being called not to fight, but to, you might end up going through a spiritual awakening. And I think at the end of the day, whatever it is that you and this air sign went through, yeah, it definitely is karma. You will be cutting ties because You need to create a new beginning elsewhere. So you are going to be moving. And this is going to bring you happiness and love and money. But there is, like, you're not wanting to give this person something, and it has a lot to do with money. You don't want to give this air sign money, but at the end of the day, this air sign actually deserves it. And once you start doing that, the universe is going to gift you and give you an infinite possibilities, but you'll get money back in return. Definitely is a past life karmic cycle that has to complete so that you can move on to better days and so that your healing process can work. That might not be for everybody, but that is very specific to somebody out there. Anything else we need to know for Aries people? And if you do not have an air sign around you, maybe you need to be truthful and honest with yourself. Wherever you're at, you're not getting the money because you're holding on to something. So I think once you release, you will start, and you're going to start creating something way brand new. You definitely have a lesson to learn, but for some reason you're not looking at the bigger picture. You're not looking at the sun, and as a fire sign, the sun is what you should be looking at. So you're focusing in on the wrong things, that's for sure. And you're not being truthful and honest with yourself, or you caused an injustice to someone else, and that's going to backfire on you for sure. Because everybody has to pay a karmic debt. And we've all been in our karma or karmic nature, at some point in our lives. We're all here to learn, and we're all not perfect. So definitely let go. And there is something you're not seeing just yet, but this full moon is going to make you see it. If you are in a relationship with somebody, this has came out several times in a couple past of my readings. So if you are in a relationship with someone, this person does not love you, and you will end up losing it all because she was only with you for money. She's a manipulator. This is puppet energy. She wanted to pull your strings and get you to do what she wanted you to do. And this is for the masculines, I'm assuming. But like I said, there was somebody you wronged, and that person was truthful and honest the whole time. And you're going to see this. Okay? That's all I have for you, Aries. Good luck. Leos. Hello, Leos. This moon will have you juggling many different responsibilities, plans, routines, and projects. You might even leave one job quickly just for another. So expect career changes and plans changing as well. It's a time for you to change your diet and start exercising. And your physical health needs to be your wealth. Your health is going to be like pushed to your forefront. Also, because something just kicked on, definitely pay attention to your health. There's something that somebody doesn't want you to speak, or you're holding back on something. And I am having a really hard time trying to get this out of my throat. So I rebuke and cancel. Do you want someone not to say something, or is it you? So go ahead and try to clear your throat chakra. But your physical health needs to be your priority around this full moon, okay? So you do need to take care of yourself and nurture yourself at this time. Leos, what do we have for Leos? Same as Aries. You're not looking at the bigger picture. You're not moving you're not moving towards what makes you happy. So you're not listening to your soul. Oh, hold on a second. Something's gonna fall apart. Something's gonna fall apart, or something's gonna hit the ground. And when it does, you're gonna have enlightenment. Also, listen to music because something about music, you might have a message from maybe one of your ancestors or somebody that passed away from your family, okay? Also clean your space, because I feel like there's a vacuum going on in the background right now. So clean your space, clean your house, your area, even your workspace. Try to declutter your closets. Once you receive this enlightenment, you're going to separate yourself from a bunch of people. And then you're going to start moving in the right direction. And it's almost like you're going to have fun again, because look at this ghost. This ghost is moving along towards the sun and is happy. I feel like it's singing and it's doing its own thing. Have you been around a lot of crowds? It's time to separate yourself and do your own thing, okay? This will make you very happy, and you're gonna be like finding your inner child. It's definitely a new passionate new beginning, but you are gonna go within and do some inner work. Even though you don't want to, you need to. But there is something you do not know at this time, and this came out sideways. This is the Six of Cups, so it's like you are gonna be, once you separate yourselves, you're gonna be like, oh no, do I wanna reconcile? Do I not? You're gonna be focusing in on your past, nostalgia energy. Almost like you're teeter-tottering back and forth. Did I do the right thing? Yes, you did. I know you don't wanna cut ties, but you do need to. And the moment that you do, you are going to receive a new job or a new money offer. And once you receive this new job or money offer, it's gonna put you on the fence, teeter-tottering back and forth. But you do need to make a decision. Remember, no decision is a decision, and the universe will force you into a direction that you might not wanna go. So try to be the driver in your own, in your own car. Because right here, I see that you don't wanna let go of something. You're not wanting to cut ties, but you do need to. The bottom of the deck, what are you scared of? It's time to face your fears. Look at that ghost, he's sitting in a boat. Boats can't sink unless the water gets in, right? So this ghost is scared. Does the ghost not know how to swim? Look at all these swords. They're self-imposed restrictions. So again, why do you not want to let go, and what is making you fear? If you look at the Bible scriptures, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear me say this, but 365 times it says in the Bible, do not fear. Give it to God, okay? Give it to a higher power, whatever it is you believe in, the universe. But it's time to let go of that fear. Why? Because it's time for you to be happy and find your inner child. Leos are typically just bouncy, full of energy and charismatic. Don't let this dim your light, because Leos, you're a lion. It's time to have fun. Stop taking everything so seriously. That's all I got for you guys, Leos. Good luck. Saggies, my Sagittariuses. This full moon, you need to be financially smart, because money is going to come in just as fast as it goes out quickly for you, okay? Look for a new side hustle or change your career or job. This would be a good time for you to start your own business. So that is on your side, okay? Expect endings in a job, but also expect a new offer that comes in as quick as you end one job, so as quickly as one ends, the new one's going to come in just as quickly. So you are being protected at this time. What does we need to know for Saggies? Self-imposed restrictions. What's keeping you up at night? What are you restricting yourself from? Because something didn't make you happy. You're not looking at the sun. You're not looking at the bigger picture. But you will be enlightened. That's good. you will be very happy because something is going to cause an ending and it's going to put you on top of the world. I feel like you're going to free yourself from something. Maybe that self-imposed restriction. And a self-imposed restriction can be anything. It can be a self-limiting belief. It could be like, why am I never happy? Something simple. You know, we always hold ourselves back. But also listen to music, try to dance, make light of things. You know, I think when it comes to music, you have an ancestor or a dead loved one that is trying to communicate with you. And I think once you hear that song, that message is going to hit home for you. But something definitely is ending and you are going to be very happy. Something has been hidden in the dark. Maybe you've been hiding something in the dark, but it will come to light. And you are going to, this is going to, when it comes to light, it's going to put you in your heart space. And you are going to offer love. Because third-party situations are now over. You've let that go. You've let the past go. Whatever it is that you've been enlightened, you're now going to...
I can now notify you of breaking news updates. Would you like that?
No, cancel.
Canceling.
Well, expect messages to come in at the weirdest times, just like that. I apologize, Sagittariuses, but once this comes to light, whatever it is that you know that's either a hidden emotion or some sort of self-imposed restriction, I think once it comes to light, you're going to be able to open up that heart space because you've healed something. So whatever it is you've been enlightened in, you're now going to be able to offer love again. Definitely watch out for money in your finances, because whatever it is that you've been focusing on is not bringing you, it's not, I think, how do I say this? Whatever it is that you were focusing in on, I think you wanted it to grow. It's not going to. And it has a lot to do with maybe like third-party situations. So that's dead in the water now. These people that, let's say we're talking about you behind your back, they will be in regret. They're not going to be laughing at you anymore. But you're not going to be growing or putting energy into these people, because now you're going to be vibrating higher and you're going to be dropping into your heart space. You're actually not even going to be communicating with a lot of people. So I feel like you're going to be separating yourself and just focusing on being happy and loving and kind. Yeah. You will be reaping a reward because balance needs to come back into your life. So the universe is going to bring balance into your life and justice. You are going to receive some money and you are going to be celebrating. So you got good news. But move in silence, okay? When you do get this good news, keep it to yourself. Because why? Look at that. The things that you have been working on, and by you just focusing in on yourself, you're going to be able to reap that harvest, and you have a huge reward coming in. Look at that. Balance, justice. Whatever was taken from you is going to be restored back into you, and you're going to be able to celebrate. 3 of Cups energy. Like you did it. I feel like, oh, such a relief right now. Anyways, good luck, Saggies. That is the end of the fire signs. Now we are moving into earth signs. Tauruses. Hello, Tauruses. This full moon will be a time to open up your mind. This moon will give you an opportunity to embrace. You're going to embrace expansion and adventure. You're going to step out of your comfort zone, or you need to. And then you're going to plan, like you should plan a long distance travel or focus on international relationships. It's time to mix and mingle with different people, cultures, and spiritualities to help open up your mind. Also, it is a good time for publishing something or starting school, like starting a school or a trade or learning a new trade or a new skill, okay? So when I say publishing, maybe it's time for you to write that book, that poem, or whatever it is that something has been calling to you. But you are going to be expanding your mind. What does Taurus people need to know for this full moon? What is it bringing in? Well, I see you walking away from, if you've been dealing with a fire sign, I feel like you're not going to pay. If you've been dealing with a fire sign, you're actually going to be walking away from this fire sign. You already know the truth, and you're going to be celebrating this. Anyways, this fire sign was karmic to you, but you are going to be celebrating. Something good is going to come in for you. I don't feel that you'll be communicating anymore with this fire sign. Definitely move in silence at this time. Yeah, you're going to be blocking somebody because this person is just trying to hold you back. Self-imposed restrictions. But you do have a job offer coming in. And this offer that comes in was divinely guided, and it's going to allow you to heal from a major betrayal. It is karmic. It is past life. You will be cutting ties. You will be receiving a reward after you cut the ties. And what goes around comes around. How something ended is how something began is how something's going to end. But once you cut ties, and you're going to go down a new path, and you're going to actually start being the creator, like a creator of a new reality is what I keep getting. But you're going to be creating something way different and way brand new. And you are going to be celebrating. Right now, you don't have clarity on it yet, but you will. Yeah, you're going to have to lose something. You're going to lose something you can't get back, but this is going to bring in happiness. So you have a blessing in disguise coming. Yeah. Definitely be careful with communications, especially with communications with younger people. But you do got quite a few blessings coming in. Last card. You're already being grateful. So stay in that grateful energy because you have a major blessing that's going to come in and you're going to be ecstatic, like super, super happy. Okay? And whatever it is that you've been working on or this new offer that comes in is going to bring you money and wealth. But if you look at this ghost in that tree, so it could be something ancestral or from a past life. Maybe your family, like your family tree. But whatever it is, you're going to be reaping the rewards of your hard work. So you will be rewarded, okay? That's all I got for you at this time, Tauruses. Good luck. Virgos, romance is in the air for you and it will feel very magical. Take this time to relax, have fun, and embrace your heart's desire. It's time for you to live in the moment and reveal in what makes you and your soul happy at this time. When I wrote this the other day or yesterday, I was like, dang, Virgos. Right now, this one is the best reading so far. So what does Virgos need? What's coming in for Virgos for this full moon? Enlightenment, dance, music. You might get messages through music. Maybe one of your passed away loved ones or an ancestor has a message and it'll come through you with music. But something in your world is going to end and it's going to make you so happy. Look at this ghost. This is the card of enlightenment, like freedom, happiness. Why? Because you already learned all your lessons. You're going to be teaching somebody else a lesson or teaching people like what you already know. So you're going to be stepping into a new role and you're going to be like a teacher. And look, you got two little ghosts here. Maybe you're going to maybe you have kids, you're going to teach them something. But whatever it is, it's going to bring balance back into your life. Also, I do see money coming in. you maybe you are a spiritual teacher, and the things that you went through, you need to speak upon it so that other people can have some kind of hope or faith. You know, if you survived it and these people are going through it and they hear like, oh my God, I'm going through that right now, and this person survived it, you're giving them hope. You know, life is hard, but I do see that for you. Definitely a time to create whatever it is that you've been, maybe you have some artistic skills. If you actually pursue your artistic skills and you do what your soul makes you happy, you're going to receive money off of it. So like, look at this ghost. He's painting a picture. He's painting money. And that will be your new beginning. You're moving in this is really good for you, Virgos. You're going to be reaping the rewards of your, you already went through a lot of karma, and now it's time for you to sit back and start receiving the good karma. So just keep your heart space open and be ready to receive. That's all I got for you, Virgos. Actually, so far, this is one of the best readings, so good luck, Virgos. Capricorns. Capricorns, it's time. This full moon is going to prepare you to work it. It'll be a time to assert yourself and stepping into the spotlight. This moon has your name on it, and it will bring a big culmination near a personal or professional goal that you have been working on for quite some time. As you focus more on work, also focus on a relationship that helps you light up your soul and your heart, okay? You cannot be all work and no play. And you also need to not think in terms of money is more important than love, because that is not true. So, Capricorns, something around the full moon might not make you very happy. You do need to do some inner work, but you're kind of refusing not to do it. Also, there is something that you do not know, and the sun has not shined its light on it yet. What do we need to know for Capricorns? You've already released the past, and you've actually healed a lot from the past. I feel like you used to focus on what you lost, but now you're stepping into more of a grateful kind of energy, or you need to step into a more grateful kind of energy. And the moment that you do, you have the ace of, this is the Ace of Coins, kind of like the Ace of Pentacles. So it's a brand new beginning. It's a job offer. It's having money, stability into your life. So something in the, might not have made you happy, but you are going to be happy. And this is going to bring you a new stable beginning. Communication might slow down, or you might be going inward, and you might not be wanting to communicate a whole lot during this time. You're going to be walking away from some people. These are past people. These are people that does not want you to sever ties with them, but you are going to be severing ties with two people, in fact. I also see that you're going to be moving to a different location. You're also being told not to fear, because I just pulled the Six of Blades. There is something that you're fearing, and you need to face that, because whatever it is that you're fearing is the reason why you're not happy. It's the reason why you don't want to do the inner work. And it's probably the reason why you don't want to communicate. So, remember, in the Bible it says 365 times, do not fear. It's your one and only job. Let go and give it to God. Give your fears to God and let Him and the universe work the magic, okay? And once you do it, look at this, that's the Nine of Cups. That's emotional fulfillment. One more cup, you're having it all. That's happy family, happy life. But you're only one cup away from having it all, or that a whole emotional fulfillment. But you do have love around you, and you are being loving and kind to yourself. And this is equal reciprocity, you know, giving and taking. But once you release whatever it is that you're holding yourself back from, you are going to be like relieved and so happy, and you're on a new stable foundation, new stable grounds. It's like you're receiving good karma at this time. And you will see this very clearly. So the universe is going to show you something, and you're going to see something very clearly. It's because of something from your past. You lost something major from your past, and it put you, like it made you feel like you lost it all. Yeah, but you will be healing from that. You're not wanting to walk away, but you're gonna have to. You have to. All you're doing, staying where you're at, is causing your own suffering. You also need to watch for somebody who is going to be very manipulative during this time around the full moon. So watch out for that. But you will see that very clearly. And maybe that's one of the people you're going to have to cut ties from. It is a female energy. But remember, masculines can carry female energies. So it doesn't have to be a female. But again, I already said it before. You will be cutting ties with two people in your life. But at the end of the day, you're going to have love and emotional fulfillment and a more balanced life and stability. You're building something right now, and it'll be more on a solid, firm foundation. Okay. So good luck, Capricorns. Do that inner work. Air signs. Air signs, it's your turn. Up next, we have Geminis. Geminis, this full moon, get ready to face reality. I know. Expect endings in relationships and getting closer with the right ones, like the right people, okay? Settlements are going to finalize. So if you have a lot of legal issues, you might end up with settlements. Those are going to finalize. Expect endings in legal matters. Your intimacy and sexuality is going to be ignited or wake up. Especially if you are in a happy relationship, okay? You will see the arrival of a bigger benefits package, something with more money. A venture capital, a line of credit, or a loan, or a shift in your assets and investments is going to be for the better during this time. Expect surprise money. That's good. Let's celebrate that, because I'm a Gemini too. Surprise money, I love it. But get ready. Get ready. What do Geminis need to know at this time? You're waiting on a wish fulfillment, and a blessing is coming in. Stay in gratitude. My advice is definitely stay in gratitude, because this blessing that comes in is going to make you very happy. Also, during this time, it's like the mirror effect. You might be mirroring, people might be upset because you're like a walking mirror. Say you did a lot of healing and inner work. Well, once you are like you've healed the things that used to trigger you, you now become a mirror to those who don't want to heal what you already healed. So you're going to be carrying like a mirror kind of energy. So expect people to be triggered by you, to get upset easily around you. And that is just because they see something in you that you healed and that they don't want to face, but they're going to have to face it. Okay. I'm also getting like blocked energy. Like, did you block somebody? move in silence, because once this blessing comes in, you might want to block out other people. You don't want them to know. So move in silence. Protect. It's just basically you're protecting the good that's coming into your life. There might have been a blockage between you and let's say kids, but your kids absolutely love you. You do have love coming in, or you're going to have a sit down. Could be with one of your kids. It doesn't have to be, but you might be having a one-on-one conversation with someone that you love and care about, but it's going to be emotional, and it's going to be a good conversation. It's not bad. Have you been blocking yourself off from love or from having a loving conversation? But this conversation is going to bring in love and happiness. Look at this ghost. This ghost is happy, has a friend. You're not walking away from, excuse me. Ugh. Maybe you're going to have to get some rest during this time. I rebuke and cancel. There is somebody around you that doesn't want to walk away from you, and they have brought an imbalance into your life. This person doesn't want to walk away from you. They caused an imbalance into your life, but you've already healed from that situation. You've already healed. Oh, you're waiting on the scales of justice. You know it too. So whatever was taken from you, you are going to get back. So balance is going to come back into your life. I do see you're going to be getting a payout from these injustices. There is something you don't see just yet. Something it's like you're kind of missing something. You're not focusing in on the bigger picture just yet because there's something you don't see, obviously. And something hasn't really made you happy. So hold on. What is it? You're just waiting on the karmic energy to end. Even though you've already cut your ties, you're waiting on your rewards. So you're waiting for the dominoes to fall into place, basically. That's why you might have been having some delays, but money is coming in, love. Remember, what goes around comes around. How something began is exactly how something's going to end. You're also going to be able to start a new beginning, because when this thing ends, you're going to be able to create something. But you are going to move in silence. You're not going to tell anybody about it. When this ending comes in, a lot of people are going to be in regret for how they treated you. You're not going to be speaking to them, and they are going to be they're going to be in regret. So hold on, one more card for Geminis. Okay, you got 2. Allow things to just fall apart. Don't fix it. Don't reconcile, okay? Why? Because you already learned those lessons, and it's not going to bring you anything. It's not going to bring you money. It's not going to bring you anything. So just don't even reconcile with the past. Or any of those people that regret, even if they're fall to their knees. You can just, let go with love and carry on. But staying put is not going to benefit you at all. So you're going to be moving on to bigger and better things. You're going to be creating something much more happier, and it has a lot to do with your soul purpose. So pay attention to your signs and synchronicities at this time, okay? Good luck, Geminis. Just you're waiting on your rewards. And once you get them, try to keep it to yourself. Kind of protect your rewards and that energy, okay? Because you got a lot of evil eyes around you. Bitter and jealous people. So anyways, good luck, Geminis. Libras. Home is where the heart is around this full moon. This full moon is going to shine a light on your domestic and family life, and it will be very important. You may even maybe want to host an event or pick up and move to a new location, or a need to do renovations around your house. Expect changes in redecorating your home, and expect changes maybe in real estate. If you decide you want to buy a house, this will be your confirmation. This would be the best time to buy a house. If your family needs help, you're going to be the one to step up, and you're going to be the one to help them, okay? So you're going to be the go-to. What do Libras need to know during this full moon? You're not going to be really communicating too much with people, but you have a destined and fated event that's going to take place. The wheel is turning in your favor. Yeah, you're done with the games. You're not going to be wanting to... Whatever this destined and fated event does, it's going to make you grow, but you're also not going to be playing games with people. So you're going to grow from this. There are going to be some people that regret how they treated you, but you do have the strength to carry on, and you need to heal your broken heart. Something is kind of karmic, so what goes around comes around. You might have to reap what you sow, but you will be a better person. I do see a lot of spiritual growth for you during this time. But overall, you will be mending a broken heart, and you do have the strength to carry on. You also need to learn how to be more grateful. You will be, instead of focusing on what you lost, focus on what you already have, okay? What else do Libras need to? You have a self-imposed restriction, maybe a regret that's holding you back. But that's going to end. That's the death of a situation. I do feel like you also might go through a spiritual awakening during this time. But there is going to be the death of that situation. Whatever has been holding you back, haunting you, that's going to end. Why? Because you got brighter days. This is nostalgia energy. This could be a reconciling with someone from your past that you do love. And look at this. You guys are having fun. There's love there. Maybe you have to grow in order to have this love. And if you look, this ghost seems a little more mature, and this ghost seems a little more immature if you look at it that way. But whatever it is, the sun, there are going to be brighter days. And like I said, you are moving towards love. You just need to heal certain things, and you need to walk away from a couple of people. And you need to be truthful and honest with yourself. You know in your heart and in your soul that something is not over. But you need to be the Queen of Swords. You need to be truthful and honest, not only with yourself, but with who this person is. Who do you want to give your couple love to? Who do you want to be with at the end of the day? At the end of the day, who's the last person on your mind? Stop playing games. You're doing it to yourself. That's all I have for you, Libras. Good luck. Aquariuses. This full moon is going to tell you, take it easy. The universe is telling you to cool your jets and rest and recharge. You'll be glad that you did. You may feel more burnt out than usual, but make sure to listen to your heart, mind, body, and soul during this time. You may need to connect with a counselor, a specialist, or a therapist that will help you or guide you during this time. Because this moon is a time for you to find peace and for you to be at one with yourself. That's deep. Air signs are going to be going through some deep stuff. Aquariuses, whatever it was that you were working on, you need to let it go, because it's not going to bring you anything. What are you fearing? Look at this ghost, doesn't know how to swim. It's in a boat, but you're fearing something, and your job is not to fear. So what are you fearing, Aquariuses? What's scaring you? Third party, you're walking away from third party situations. Nobody's talking about you. It's just you're fearing something. What are you holding yourself back from? If you are an Aquarius, you do have a child that loves you. Maybe you are too scared to open up your heart or to have a loving and kind conversation with someone that you know you need to have that. The games have stopped. You're not playing games. Yeah, something's holding you back. Self-imposed restrictions. Aquarius, what are you going through? Well, this came out sideways, so were you at an event where you were trying to celebrate, but you wanted to keep something hidden? Look, the moon is sideways. Something came to the light, but you wanted to keep it hidden. So what are you hiding? And whatever it is that you're hiding, and I think you're hiding it from maybe your kid, but whatever it is that you're hiding, it's keeping you up at night. You are the one that's in regret. So what is it that you're hiding? You could be hiding it from yourself, but you need to be the Queen of Swords. It's time for you to, be truthful and honest, not only with yourself, but with other people. Maybe you need to heal from your mother from the past. Maybe you need to be truthful and honest to your mother. Maybe you need to make things right. Whatever it is, you're going to be taught a lesson. And this experience as well is going to bring balance back into your life. But what's hidden is going to come to the dark. But I do feel like you're being taught a lesson, and that when you speak of this, people are going to listen to you. I also think you're going to be waking up or having a spiritual awakening, or something spiritual is going to happen to you. And whatever this is, you're going to tell somebody, and this person will be able to learn from your experience as well. You do need to be more in your heart space. For some reason, you're blocking yourself off from love or from being loving and kind, but you have a destined and fated event that's going to take place. So, what is the destined and fated event? Whatever this destined and fated event comes in as, you're going to see something very clearly, and you'll be able to heal your broken heart, and you do have the strength to move forward, and then you're going to have a new beginning. This is open communication and a new passionate beginning. Why? Because you finally healed your broken heart. Do you have a trauma bond with somebody? I feel like a trauma bond was created, and it's almost like it's karmic. And I think that you were supposed to break a generational curse. But whatever it is, you're going to see it very clearly, and you're going to be moving on, and you're going to be happier once this clarity comes out, okay? So you're just waiting for the clarity to know what it is that you need to heal so that you can be a more loving and kind person. Maybe it's just forgiving your past. Maybe your mom didn't take care of you, Maybe, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's from the past. So, and you will be able to heal that. So take some time, definitely nurture and take care of yourself, because health will be your wealth during this full moon. Good luck, Aquariuses. Water signs, it's your turn. Cancers, this full moon, partnerships will be on top of your mind. It'll be the priority. If you're in a happy relationship, expect a closer bond and making long-term promises. If you are not in a loving and kind relationship, you will want to separate and move on. And it will be time for you to face that music, Cancers. This full moon is going to illuminate on contracts, negotiations, and client relations in business. And it will be highlighted for you during this full moon. So be careful. Be careful with contracts and whatever it is that you sign so that you get what you want, okay? And be careful in your negotiation tactics as well. What do Cancers need to know to move forward during this full moon? You're not starting a new beginning yet because you're waiting on like some sort of enlightenment, some sort of clarity. Also, you need to start having a little more fun, like maybe dance and move your stagnant little body or energy around. But music will be very significant during this full moon, so you might get a message from maybe a past deceased loved one, an ancestor, and whatever it is, it's going to touch the soul and give you some enlightenment. But whatever it is, you're not playing games. The games have stopped all around you. This enlightenment is going to bring you peace and some sort of clarity. So if your mind was like going in circles, that's going to end. You have been restricting yourself from something or someone, but I do see you reconciling with somebody or sharing like having a nostalgic moment, like sharing memories of the past with somebody, and it's going to bring love and happiness. And once you have this, like, let's say conversation, you're going to be healing from a major betrayal, okay? This conversation and this loving and kind type of energy, nostalgic energy, maybe finding your inner child as well, will heal something from, like, you're going to be healing from a major betrayal. And if you hear that in the background, it's almost like a vacuum in a sense. I think you need to clean your spaces, maybe your closet, clean your workspace as well. You're definitely moving in the right direction. You might pick up and move, but you're also going to get a victory in something. Balance is going to come back into your life. Maybe you're going to feel more balanced, especially once you get this enlightenment. Yeah, you know something hasn't worked out and you see it very clearly. You do have an offer coming in, a money offer coming in. Could be a job, or it could be somebody like a wealthy man. Maybe might give you money, or maybe you'll get a raise at your job. But definitely something from the past. You got the Three of Blades. That's broken heart. So something broke your heart. And it could have been another man, or an earth sign type of energy. Maybe you were heartbroken because you wanted a job offer and you didn't think you were going to get it, but you are going to get it. You do need to be patient. If you have an earth sign around you, don't cut ties. You are going to be in, maybe you need to separate yourself at this time from like an earth sign, but don't cut ties because the truth has to come out. It's okay to be in separation. You might be watching an earth sign around you lose something they cannot get back. Maybe because they separated themselves from you. You're not working with them at this time. Why? Because it looks like a mother type of energy has stepped in. Maybe someone's mother might have got in between you and a relationship. But I see you kind of moving your back towards your, like, that person. It could be a family member, a mom, a sister. And I feel like you're about to have a really deep, loving, and kind conversation, maybe with your kids or with someone else, and it's going to bring you love and happiness. But you have a lot of energy around you that you have not cut ties with that needs to be cut. And a lot of them might be masculine energies, or it's you because you're a water sign. Are you not in your heart space and you need to be? But whatever it is, you will get the clarity and you will be able to heal that so that you can move forward into happier times, into being at peace, and into a more loving and kind, being more open in your heart space. Definitely maybe clear your heart chakra, but you need to be more loving and kind. Be open to receive love as well as trying to love yourself, okay? So that'll be huge for you during this time. Good luck, Cancers. Scorpios, you're up next. This full moon is telling you it's time to speak up. The world is ready to hear you out. So your mind and communication talents are going to peak during this full moon. So get active in writing or speaking or advertising. Contracts will manifest, so be careful what you sign. Everything comes with a price. Don't sell your soul, okay? You might also want to shake things up a bit by traveling, which will help bring you some joy during this time. Something's not over, but whatever it is, it's gonna break your heart. Something did not end, and something didn't end, and it's going to be heartbreaking. You might get some news, but you're definitely gonna be heartbroken, but you got people in the backgrounds talking about you. I feel like this is set up energy, so be very careful because I think you might be getting set up. And it is going to be heartbreaking once you figure out who is messing with you or setting you up. Even though something's not over and you're brokenhearted, you are going to celebrate something as well. So there will be brighter days ahead. But you are going to have to let go of a lot of things. Maybe from the past, maybe material possessions. Whatever it is, it's a big, heavy burden you've been carrying, and you're going to be letting that go. You're not going to be happy, but you know what you're not doing? You're not seeing the bigger picture. And that's why you're not happy. Your soul's not happy. I feel like this is backfire energy, Scorpios. Maybe a group of people want to see you lose it all. And maybe a group of people want to see you hit rock bottom. Whatever it is that you've invested your time and energy into, it's not going to grow. And you're going to see that very clearly. And that is heartbreaking. I had to go through that as well. This is karma, bringing balance back into the world, the universe, your life. But I do see you actually picking up and moving. And then by losing, let's say you end up losing it all because of these people. Well, guess what? You're going to have a brand new stable beginning and a stable offer. All because a bunch of people wanted to mess with you, right? That's the story of my life right there. So good luck there, Scorpios. But sometimes we're the karma to other people. You are gonna, you're, after this new offer comes in, you're gonna be heading in the right direction, and you're gonna have the 9 of Cups. So you're gonna be able to open up your heart space and love yourself and love others again. You're once this happens, you're like one away from having it all, like the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, happy life, happy family. But I see this right now, this is independent energy. So this is about you needing to love yourself, love the decisions that you make, love the job that you do, because the things you've been focusing on, that's not good. It's not working out anymore. So you're going to be pivoting into a new direction. And I do see you going on some sort of an adventure that's going to help you get in touch with your inner child and bring more joy and happiness into your life. Good luck, Scorpios. Pisces, you're up next. This full moon is telling you, embrace it all. It's time to celebrate life right now. You will feel eager to connect with many people. So it'll be a great time to network and expand, let's say, your crew, your friends, or even it will be a good time to even ask for favors. Luck will be on your side during this full moon, so do not be afraid to speak up, because this moon will show you who is listening to you and who really loves you and who really doesn't. Ooh, Pisces, that was deep. What does Pisces people need to know? Wait a minute, I forgot to clean up. You might need to clean up a mess, or maybe you forgot to clean something up. So maybe something from the past you need to clean up a little bit. You have a good change coming in, and you do see this coming. You might have a good change with a fire sign as well. You have communication coming in that's going to bring in really good change for you. And perhaps maybe a money offer. Whatever this new change is going to bring, other people around you are not going to be happy about it. So be careful of like the evil eye, the jealous people around you, because you're not going to be working with them. You're going to be doing something totally different. And that's why some of these people might not be happy. What you might not be happy on is that maybe you've been focusing and working on something. It's not going to bring you anything, and that might make you unhappy, but you need to separate yourself from it because it's not going to bring you happiness. So, and you will see that very clearly. There is something that is holding you back. Maybe you're fearing it, but you have help is arriving. This is star energy. This is also maybe if you're a Pisces person and you got a great idea, you might be famous. This is star energy, Aquarius. You do have help arriving, so do not fear, okay? The universe has your back. You're definitely not wanting to go on any adventures, and you don't want to travel during this time because you might be reconciling with somebody or having a deep, loving conversation with somebody is going to be very significant. It's going to allow like for you to heal and for you to be able to drop into your heart space. And this is also going to bring happier days and love into your life, even if it's just for yourself, or maybe getting in touch with your inner child. I do see you doing the right thing, but if you have legal issues, you're going to see something very clearly. You will see something very clearly. You will be doing the right thing. And when it comes to your children, there's going to be a death to the situation. So an ending. I'm not saying your child's going to die. It's just if you're dealing with, say, with a breakup with like a significant other and you have children with them, the situation's going to end and there's going to be happier days. Why? Because the two of you will be able to compromise. And because there is some sort of love there, your child's going to be very happy about it. Also, this is loving and kind relation, like having like heartfelt conversations. And this heartfelt conversation is going to end something within inside of you. Like this is like a spiritual awakening for you to see something very clearly, and then you'll be able to do the right thing and move forward in a more healthier and happier way and loving way. You also have a blessing coming in, so stay in your be grateful during this time. And I also see you releasing and letting go of burdens, self-limiting beliefs, and your past. So you're doing the right thing, but that's the second time I got that. You have a money offer coming in, so a new job. Anything else for Pisces to end it? No, just some of this might be a little bit of some karmic energy, but again, you have money coming in. It's because you're going to be creating something brand new. And that's all I have for you, Pisces. Good luck with this full moon. Well, I have now completed all of the zodiac signs. And now, since you all made it this far, I say we do something fun with each other. Because if you made it this far, you get a reward. What do we need to know for the collective of all zodiac signs during this full moon? Females, you're going to be healing something. There's something you still do not know, but you will get that light bulb moment and you'll know what to do exactly when you need to do it. The number 6 will be significant. So June, 6 days, 6 o'clock. Also, we might see some sort of like religious, something religious, like a church or something. We might see the fall of that religion. Number 9, when it comes to children, they need to be more optimistic because a lot of children are going to be completing a cycle. They're at a 9, so they're almost completing a cycle. I'll tell you what, a lot of dark entities, negative forces, and arrogant people. The number 4 is significant. You are being protected from these type of energies. And you're going to be moving away from people that are not empathetic, that are not wanting, that are not loving and kind and not happy. You're going to be moving away from all that. Some people are freaking out because what they wanted to steal from you, they thought that they were going to get, like, let's say, the money or this huge reward, and they didn't. Your house is still standing firm. In fact, you're going to be upgrading. If you are wanting to purchase a house, you're going to get the house or the house of your dreams. Yeah. Once a lot of you get a reward or some sort of blessing that comes in, you're going to have a lot of people be like, what in the fuck? So basically what I'm saying is God has prepared a table and he wants all of your enemies to see. So get ready, get ready. 5, expect sudden changes. Let's get an advice card and then let's end this reading. What advice do we need to know or give all the zodiac signs during this full moon? Detach. It's time to detach. You're being asked to detach from something that's been holding you back or that you've been holding on to really tightly. When we hold on to too tightly to a desired outcome, it restricts the flow of energy. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Okay? So detach. And let's end this beautiful reading. Do we need to have? Let's end this reading. Give us a Katie Moonstone Oracle story card. This is my deck. I made it. Spiritual awakening, so don't forget, ride the wave. Yeah, we got evil eye. You are being protected at this time. And we also got ride the wave. So a lot of people are going to be waking up. A spiritual awakening is the process of shifting your consciousness through a profound spiritual realization. It is a moment in time when you come into contact with reality, shifting truths. You realize the truth that you are not your body, and your sense of self is shattered in that very instant. The one more wakes up, the more truth and divinity comes through you. So many things trigger a spiritual awakening. This card was pulled because either you or someone you know is going to go through a spiritual awakening. This is triggered through major life-changing events. There is no rhyme or reason or why a spiritual awakening strikes. Sometimes it can be just a random occurrence in your life that just happens. There are many stages one goes through during this time. This is the most profound thing that will ever happen to anyone, yet one of the most painful things one experiences. If you are not prepared for this, it will come as a shock. Just like the picture, it comes as a tidal wave, suddenly, and it was orchestrated between you and God alone. By understanding the different types of awakenings, the symptoms of them, and the stages, you try to be a little more prepared for the wild ride of a spiritual awakening. Nurture yourself and do not fight the healing process that occurs within it. Best of luck on your awakening journey. It will be painful, but it will be worth it. Just ride it out. Many people are counting on you. Patience and compassion will be needed during this time. I keep wanting to say darkness will come to light, okay? And evil eye. So remember, you are protected. Do yourselves a favor. If you need some protection, take a picture of this and then crop it and keep it in your phone. A human eye can release an energy so powerful it not only will harm another, but it can also lead to death. Anyone who achieves great success or recognition also attracts the envy and jealousy of those around them. Envy alone, in turn, manifests itself so powerful that it will undo a person's great fortune or blessings. Trust me, I'm living proof of that. This card is a warning and for you to move in silence. This card also lets you know that by just holding this card in your hand, this card alone, that you are safe from the maleficent gaze of those around you. We may not be able to change those around us, but we can change how we react to certain situations. As you hold this card, it shows an eye for an eye. Some will call it the return to sender card, meaning what one wishes done unto you will return and be done unto them. Just know that justice and balance is on the way, and continue to be your loving, blessed self. That is your job. Continue to be your loving and blessed self and let go of all of the attachments. And that is the advice we got for today's, or for the full moon on July 10th. Anyways, I hope you all like this. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, Namaste.